As we finish up our long holiday weekend, we get the light of the bright full moon.
And I hope we get to see it with the weather, but it should be a bright silvery moon because it's the full moon this week. And the full moon always means finishing up projects that you've already begun. And it's you want to bring them to culmination. You don't want to necessarily start new ones because the energy is waning rather than waxing towards full. So you need to know where that's going to be. For Gemini, our beleaguered president, it's going to be in the 7th house of partners and open enemies. And it's sort of a mixed bag. You find out, all Geminis find out who is with them and who is against them over the next week or so. And they've had an inkling for the last 2 weeks, but it becomes very, very clear this week who's on your side and who isn't. And I think it's important to know that so you can figure out where to mount your defense.
You betcha.
For Cancers, this energy is in their 6th house of work, health, service, and responsibilities. And Cancers are the ones, because it rules the home and family, they're the ones putting on the parties. And they're the ones going to have to deal with the aftermath of that. And it's a matter of just dealing with your responsibilities to the very best of your ability. Even the ones you procrastinated about and didn't want to get to over the last few weeks or so, you're going to have to do it this week. For Leos, it is, I want to have as good a time as possible. This energy is in their 5th house of love affairs, children, sports, amusements, pleasures, recreation. It's a good time. I mean, it's always a good time, Memorial Day week, to have a good time. But for Leos in particular, that's what's on their agenda.
Wow.
No work,
wait.
all play.
Can't wait.
Which is a wonderful thing. For Virgos, not so much. A lot of work at home, and I'm not quite sure why. But this energy, this full moon energy, is going to shine a bright light on things you need to deal with in your home and foundations. For Libra, and I think they're going to stick close to home. Instead of traveling, they're more likely to be kind of close to home. For Libras, this energy is in the 3rd house of day-to-day living, so they've got a lot of short distance, short duration travel. They've got meetings, and they have to really be careful this week not to fall behind the power curve, not to get behind and dawdling, because it's going to be a kind of let's hit it and get it kind of a deal for Libras. For Scorpios, it's in their 2nd house of money, and they need to find a way to make more money, to increase their coffers. And it's not going to be money falling out of the sky on them. I don't think it's winning a lottery ticket. It's more along the lines of hard work will pay off. Mm-hmm. And you may have to grow a bit in or expand the things you're willing to do in order to achieve that, making more money. For Sagittarius, this moon is in their 1st house, and they are really trying as hard as they can. It's a full moon, putting the focus on them, their wants, and their needs. A lot of times, because their partners are saying stuff, and they really need to be a little more assertive and go, yeah, I understand that's what you want, but this is what my need is, and we need to work on filling it. For Capricorns, the best thing they can do is just kind of be quiet. Just kind of zip their lips and not say a whole lot and just deal with their responsibilities and let it shake out. There's something brewing. They don't have any way to impact it. The best thing they can do is just be quiet, sit back, and kind of let it unfold type of thing. And then pick sides after when the dust settles. For Aquarians, this energy is in their 11th house of hopes, wishes, goals, and objectives. And Aquarians get to achieve a long-standing hope, wish, goal, or objective through the help of their well-placed male friends. And the key to being successful with this Aquarians is to be mutable in your argument. Instead of, because it's a very rigid sign, this is not a time to be rigid. You need to see how the conversation is going and then adjust to whatever the prevailing energy is to get what you want. For Pisces, it's in their 10th house of career and public standing. They make some sort of professional headway. They've been waiting for some sort of professional decision, and I think it comes down this week, and I think it's favorable for the Pisces. For the Aries, it's in their 9th house of the law. Legal matters, educational matters, important matters at a distance, contracts, negotiations. If they travel for the Memorial Day holiday, they're still going to be on the road all of this week trying to get back because they need to deal with important matters at a distance. And then for Taurus, is the last sign of the zodiac. This energy is in their 8th house of profound transformations, rest, and recovery. It's an R&R kind of thing. And they really need to just take a step back. They've been running so hard for so long that it's hard for them just to turn the switch off and go, you know what, I'm just going to sit here and not do very much. But that would be the very best thing they could do to restore their weary soul. So
yeah, I'll tell my lovely bride.
Tell your bride that for me. It's okay to not do anything.
Gotcha.
This whole week. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac with the full moon on Tuesday in the sign of Sagittarius. So
see you by the light of the moon.
Always a pleasure.